Are you waiting for the pain to go away to take the step forward that you need to take step forward? I ask myself this question every morning as I wake up with this pit in my stomach. Ever since I was widowed in April, I feel it constantly, and it's more achy and stabbing in the morning and more achy and stabbing in the evening when life kind of slows down. I have all my thoughts that I'm sitting with. I met a friend, a new friend, widow, young widow. Her husband was killed in an ATV accident suddenly, and that's also mothering and trying to figure out all of this grieving. She's several years ahead of me, and she has really been an inspiration to me in a little short amount of time that I've known her. But she has been so inspiring. She posted this, and I have to share it with you because I think it goes exactly with the thought of trying to get away from the pain. It says, "He does not promise deliverance from circumstances. He promises his presence in all circumstances. I feel it. I see it. I believe it. He heals, he restores, he renews, and he makes it new, thriving, flourishing. God does his greatest work in that which is most broken, the most painful, the most hard, so that only he himself could redeem it." I read that last night and it stopped me in my tracks. And I promise I'll get through a coffee chat at some point without being emotional, but I think every morning, every night, I lay awake. I just want my life to be done. I just want my circumstances to be different. And, and my prayer, obviously, that my circumstances change. I can't change it. I can't change the past. But what I can do is reframe how I'm thinking about it. I shared a little about that the other day, and I think it's an empowering feeling, So going back where she talks about, I feel it, I see it, I believe it. I can tell you in the depths of her pain, she is making a proclamation to feel it, to see it, to receive it, to believe it. It's not something that just naturally comes where you're just like, oh yeah, I just feel this way, so I'm going to do this thing. Or because I feel like working out, I'm going to work out. No. You declare it over your life, and you do the things that you don't want to do when you don't feel it. And often when you most feel that angst or that hurt, you proclaim it even louder and harder. God does not promise to change your circumstances, my friend. But he promises to be with you throughout it all, through all of your circumstances. So I hope this morning that you're inspired by my friend Rachel, and that God does his greatest work through your pain. God does the greatest work through the most broken, just like she says, the most hard, so only that he himself can redeem it. Surrender that pain. Don't try to get rid of it. That doesn't work. You can numb the pain. We've all done that. We all have things that we numb the pain with. But the pain will always be. I will always hold this pain. But only he, when I lean on him in my brokenness, can redeem that and be glorified through that. So through my brokenness, through my mess, I am praying that he shouts his message loud and clear. It's not something that I'll ever be okay with, losing my husband. But it's something that I'm leaning and trusting in God that he will renew and restore our family and make new out of the ashes. I don't know who needs to hear that message this morning. If that's you, I hope and pray you lean into that hurt. Don't numb it, feel it, and give it and surrender it. And bring it out of a cup. It says, "It is well with my soul." It's got a little church, a little country church. For those of you that know the story, Quentin hung his hat on a cross that night, that dreadful night, and above it said, "It is well with my soul." It's something that I cling to. It's something that I cling to. And the days that I don't feel it the most, I proclaim it the most. So if you're hurting today, proclaim his goodness over your life.